All right. So, how you guys doing? It's been it's been a while since I've done a dedicated YouTube video. So, yeah. How have you guys been doing? You've been doing all right? I've been. I guess I've been fine. I suppose. The whole. I don't know. Really, it's not really the topic of the video, but the whole collective shout thing's been pissing me off. I mean, it's kind of related, but we'll get into that. We'll get into that. So, yeah. Anyway, let's not beat around the bush. This video is basically where I'm announcing a new project. The video is basically just going to be about me showing it off to you guys, explaining a bit about it, why I wanted to do it, how it will affect superhuman concerns I might have, stuff like that. Well, first, we'll just get it out of the way. I'll say it's a web novel titled Warlock. It's a web novel series. I'll leave the link in the description. I'm actually fucking allowed to do that now, since it's a SFW, Safe for Work link. Yeah, I don't think I'm allowed to link Superhuman. I'm pretty sure. I think that'd get me in trouble. But yeah, I can actually link this one, so check that out. I'll go through it in more detail, but yeah, just to get that out of the way. To get to how I started it, how I got the idea for it. I was playing PoE 2, Path of Exile 2, and I got a real hankering to go back and play Diablo, because they're basically the same type of game, And I've always loved the dark, medieval, hopeless type world, and playing PoE and later on Diablo really got me in the mood for that kind of shit. I'm the kind of motherfucker that my creativity is usually inspired by the shit I'm doing. Like a game I'm playing or an anime I'm watching. When I made Superhuman, I think I was watching My Hero Academia, and I was playing Prototype as well. So it's you can kind of see the influence, and that kind of got me going. And it's the same kind of thing with this. That's basically how my entire creative process works. Yeah. So after I got the idea, and I was playing through Diablo and stuff. I just started writing chapters. Well, not really chapters, just notes and shit about the world I wanted to build and the characters, the plot lines, shit like that. Just basic shit. It's kind of how I started Superhuman. Just an hour before bed. Back when I was creating Superhuman, it was I'd do it for a couple hours, for bed, because I was working and I was doing uni at the time. So I had a pretty fucking full day back then. So just a few hours before bed, I just write some shit out and just plan some shit out. And that's basically how I started with this as well. Eventually that kind of developed, for Superhuman, it developed into me writing the script and learning to draw. But for this, it just a lot easier to do. So it kind of developed into just me writing chapters, spend an hour each night. I just write out a chapter, and it kind of just progressed from there. So that's how I initially got started doing this. And well, to be honest, I always intended to make a Safe for Work project anyway, just from the beginning. So I kind of figured yeah, this is already it's already a few 100,000 words in. I might as well just do it now. There's no point in waiting. What am I waiting for? But yeah, anyway, let's fucking pull it up. Let's show you guys what we're fucking dealing with. This is the front cover. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Some of you might notice my art style. They're large assets, a lot of dark shadows, and heavy eyeliner and stuff like that. If you play Superhuman, you know my fucking style by now. So yeah, this is the fucking cover of the first book. I'm not going to say who the characters are, but I think they kind of show up early and kind of don't. If you read the book, you'll see. I can show a little bit of the individual characters. Here's this one. Give you a little bit more of a show of her. Yeah, you guys recognize my fucking style by now. So there's that one. And there's these ones. They're not prominent in the story right now. They're more overarching characters that'll be expanded upon later. But that's just a little little teaser on that. Anyway, let's get to the fucking thing. So yeah, here it is. Here's the page. I'm doing it on a site called Royal Road. It's a site I visit on occasion. I like to read sometimes, and this one has some pretty good stories. And so yeah, I figured I'd just chuck it up here. This is the main hub of where I release my chapters. Like I have a Patreon for it, but like the main for like all the free chapters. This will be where it's at. Anyway, we have the, I don't know why it's in light mode. Usually I like it in dark mode. I don't know why it's in light mode right now. But anyway, like it's just basically a basic synopsis of what the game, what the the book is about. Like a slow burn, dark fantasy about an outcast rising from nothing, grasping for more and more power, set in a dark world inspired by games like Diablo 1 and 2. Like, yeah, it's basically what I talked about before. That's the kind of world I'm going for. Like, for the more specific synopsis about what's happening, something in the world is changing, the nights are longer, villages vanish without a trace, men go mad from whispers in the dark, and in the chaos, ancient powers are beginning to stir. 7, a young looter is oblivious to it all, focused only on his own survival, but when scavenging a forbidden crypt leaves him sentenced to hang, he's forced to contend with men, demons, and secrets of a bloodline he thought left behind. Yeah, I kind of stumbled through that a little bit. But yeah, that's basically what it is. I don't know if I should be more explicit about what the story's about, like, or if I should just leave the synopsis as is. Leave a comment to tell me if if it's like not capturing enough, because like it's hard for me to tell through my own biases. It's like with all the information I know compared to like what a new reader will know. Like it's hard for me to tell. So let me know on that. But yeah, basically I release a chapter Monday to Friday. So yeah, basically the weekdays, just one a day. The chapter length typically goes between 1,500 and 2,500 words. Sometimes I go under, sometimes I go over, just, you know, as needed. But generally speaking, you'll find it within that range. Yeah, what to expect? Yeah, dark fantasy, as I said. I've always been a huge fan of dark fantasy, like Dragon Age Origins, Diablo, shit like that. This is just my favorite. This has always been my favorite. MC going from weak and poor to godly and rich. So basically, but you guys probably know by now that I've always been like a big fan of like the rags to riches kind of shit. That's my general favorite type of theme. Like I don't like overpowered protagonists like just from the start, but I like them. But I like them to like work their way up to that, you know. So that's the kind of like story I'm going for. So there we go, through like difficult progression built through danger and experience. That's the kind of shit I like. A grounded but high-reaching magic system. And what I mean by that is, at the start, it's the book starts very low fantasy. Like, there's very little magic. You're basically just a regular fucking cunt, just trying to survive in a fucking medieval world. That's basically what it is. But then as, like, the story progresses, the magic and the supernatural themes, like, escalate and grow, like, darker. It's, like, kind of like, I put it here as well, like a cosmic horror, like, eldritch type of magic system. So, things, like, up in scale, but as they up in scale, they also get, like, a little bit scarier in a way. And then, yeah, alchemy and bodily enhancement, and morally grey MC. He's not that morally grey. I mean, he kind of is, but he's, well, you'll see if you decide to read. But yeah, that's basically it for the synopsis. You get it. I think you can get a general idea based on this. Like there's more to it. Like there's going to be like big fucking fights, big wars, battles, like all that kind of shit. Like shit you expect from like a medieval fantasy kind of world. I don't know if I need to like really say that though, but yeah. Anyway, let's get into a chapter. I'm not going to read through the whole fucking chapter because that's going to take time. But yeah, I'll just go through it quickly just to show you what like the format's kind of like and what my idea is. So yeah, just chapter 1. Start from the start, you know. Why not? Yeah. So here we go. Just chapter 1, and then it goes through the various. It's a fucking book. I don't know what you want me to fucking say. You just read the text and there it is. There is a little bit of a little extra flair I like to do. This is mainly for my own entertainment. I don't know if it actually adds anything to the book. I just like to do it personally because it's like it's just shit I enjoy. But like at the end of each chapter, it shows the results of what happened. So like if you gain an item, if you gain like stats, like strength, what do you call it? Skill, health, whatever. It'll show you in the results. So in this case, he gained an item, sharp, amulet. Get a little like Dark Souls type item description and show what it like kind of does. What is it kind of about? You know, stuff like that. I'm not going to go through it all. Then basically afterwards, after showing the results of that chapter, it shows the overall stats of the main character. So right now, he's got like basically, he ain't got shit. He's got the amulet, but that's all he's got. So he's basically left as like a blank motherfucker. But if like later on in the story, he's got like he gets like more equipment, like gets more shit as like you know, as it goes along. Basically, the idea behind this, if you'll let me explain, it's kind of formatted in a way like a light RPG. Like, think kind of like solo leveling, but not really, because it's not really a game. I'm just like showing you the results of the chapter. It's not like there's no like internal system or some like stat system like bullshit that actually tracks this like in lore. It's just like the results of what he's achieved, basically. Like, imagine like fucking Dark Souls, right? In lore, there's no fucking stat screen, right? That's not a part of Dark Souls lore, but it's in the game, and it helps you visualize what's happening. And that's the kind of idea I have for this. So, like, for instance, we got the stats, we got health, we got mana. He's got 0 right now because he's a fucking nobody. He's got a bit of strength, bit of skill. Defense isn't really good because he's got fucking jack shit. And his weapon isn't all that good either, so he's got fucking 2 attack. And then you can see his money, he's got a few coppers. He ain't doing too good right at the moment. He ain't doing too good. But yeah, like I said, I write it as like kind of a light RPG where it has these like game mechanics kind of a little bit built in. And then the choice mechanic, like in a normal RPG, usually you're making choices and stuff like that. And so I figured the choice mechanic would be something you guys would vote for on the Patreon. Like, this is an idea I've had for ages, where players can like collectively vote to choose the direction of the story. Like, some of you might remember early Superhuman where I do this, like voting whether Kenny, whether you fight Kenny or you run away or some shit regarding Klaus and stuff. Like, you remember when I used to do it? Because this is an idea I had long before, even before Superhuman. And yeah, so I'm hoping to bring that back. I'm hoping to bring that back. And I'm hoping to do it in this novel, where like the main character is you guys, like as a collective, you know? You get what I'm saying? Anyway, let's bring it back to me. Bring it back to old Weirder World. So let's I'm gonna get into a little bit of why I wanted to do it. Aside from just like generally being in the mood, which I talked about earlier, I found that doing like other creative works, it's just a really good outlet for my like creative drive. It kind of helped me with like a burnout and stuff like that. A lot of people ask me, like, do you ever get burnout? You've been doing this forever. You're getting like big ass fucking updates. You're releasing them like, you know, at a decent speed. Do you get like fucking burned out? And the answer is, I mean, kind of. Not like a huge amount, but kind of. And doing this kind of like shit, like other creative works, kind of like helps me with that. You know, I have been doing this for 4 fucking years. It's been a while, and it does get a little bit of a burnout. But you know, doing stuff like this helps. That's the first reason. The second reason is, you guys probably heard, I mentioned it earlier in the video, about the collective shout and like payment processor, like fucking debacle. I talked about it a bit in my last live stream. It's been kind of a concern for me for a while, actually. Not specifically like collective shout, because that's a new thing, but more the idea that one day Superhuman, for whatever reason, gets like banned on Patreon, because maybe Patreon updates their terms of service. Maybe they become like a little bit less friendly to like NSFW work, because you know, payment processors might not like that. Because the payment processor thing isn't it like a new thing? It's been happening for ages. I think a lot of people got banned on Patreon because of like a while back, like a few years back. So I'm always thinking, like, is that going to happen to me at some point? Am I gonna have to quit making Superhuman at some point because, you know, it's too racy and get like fucking, it's gonna get fucking banned or some shit? So that's something like I kind of think about. And given that, I've been considering for a while about trying to acquire like another source of revenue that's a little bit more secure, like a purely safe for work, like source of revenue. And I'm not gonna lie, I could use a little bit more money, just in general. But yeah, I'd like something that's a little bit more secure, just for the sake of my future, you know? Because I don't want to be like trying to like manage between like a real life job out there and trying to like do Superhuman as well, like on top of that. That's like, I used to do that, but I don't know if I could sustain it now. Like Superhuman updates are a lot longer than they used to be back in the day. Like I'm not sure I could sustain it in the same way I could now. I'd probably, well, updates would just get slower. I'd still do it because, you know, it's just, you know, creative shit like this is my passion, you know? But yeah, it'd be of a lesser quality and more infrequent. So yeah, yeah. The third reason is because I kind of wouldn't mind having like a piece of work that I could actually talk to like my friends and family about. Like a lot of them already know what I do. Like to be clear, like a lot of them already know. But it's kind of like awkward to mention. You know, it's like not kind of thing you want to like bring up at dinner. Like having like a book, like something like just just normal, just a little bit normal. It'd be nice, you know. But yeah, that's my general reasons. Uh, yeah. Now, how will it affect Superhuman or the other games I've got planned after Superhuman? It won't for the most part. I think I've got a pretty good handle on like organizing and balancing my work hours from my hobby hours. I think I'm pretty good at it. And basically, what I do is I just take an hour before bed and I just write some shit, and then that's it for the day. Then the regular day is just working on Superhuman as normal. So I don't imagine it'd be like a huge impact. Maybe in some like administrative things, like how I handle like the business and taxes, it might impact me slightly, but I don't imagine it'll be a huge disruption. As for other concerns, well, there is one. I don't know how much I want to get into it. Well, no, I will get into it. I'm not really sure how good I am as a traditional author. I think I excel quite well in the visual novel space because I'm quite skilled at like combining the narrative with the visual with the music. I think I'm quite good at it if I can say so myself. But I'm not sure if I can like extrapolate just one aspect of my skill set and do a pure narrative. Like, will it be as good? Honestly, I have no idea. So I'm a little bit nervous about the quality, which is why I'd ask that all of you give like some feedback, like what you liked, what you didn't like, so I can kind of like improve on that aspect. I appreciate that. This kind of ties into like another YouTube video I want to make, like the difficulties of starting new creative projects, because I actually think like my experiences might be somewhat helpful to those who want to start a new project. But that'll be another video. Maybe I'll do that next week. I do want to do more YouTube videos as well. But yeah, I'll think about that. I'll think about that. Anyway, to end off, I'd ask you guys to check out my web novel. Let's put it up again. Yeah, I'd ask you to go onto Royal Roads and check it out. Like the link will be in the description of the YouTube video, obviously. And if you could give me a hand, if you could help a fellow out, I'd appreciate it if you follow the link. Like, obviously, read the story. I'd appreciate that. But even if you don't, to be honest, give me a favorite, give me a follow. Like, it's what is it? The stuff here, all this stuff, and give me a review. Like, it doesn't necessarily have to be good. I'd appreciate it, but it doesn't necessarily have to. Like, you just give it almost some honest feedback on what you thought was like good or bad. Because, like I said, it's hard to tell with my own biases, like how good something is. Like getting like outside feedback from the audience, I think is the most important thing. Like if I want to improve. But yeah, give me the follow and the favorite and the rating. That'll help me like in the algorithm of this site. So I'd appreciate it if you guys could go and give me a hand with that. Yeah. If you wanna like help safeguard me against the fucking payment processes, if you could what do you call it? Click on the Patreon. Support me over in here. I call it Mr. Worlds. I don't know why that's the title of the Patreon. It's just what it is. But yeah. So if you want, like, if you got some extra cash or something, throw some at me. I won't say no to that. But even if not, I'd mainly appreciate you just going here, give me like a follow, a favorite, and a review, because it help me boost myself in the algorithm. Like hopefully, like ideally, if we're talking, like if I can get this like to pop off a bit, then I could like kind of attract some of these guys into Superhuman and attract some Superhumans into this guy, so I can kind of like get it both ways. That's the ideal scenario. That's what I'm most hoping for. If I'm being, I should have mentioned that in the reasons why I do it. That's a good reason. But yeah, I'd appreciate if you go and did that for me. It would help a lot. Oh, and join the Discord too. There's a Discord somewhere. Yeah, here it is. There's the fucking Discord. This is what I'm going to call my Safe for Work Discord, where like we discuss like safe for work projects that I do. Because I imagine like in the future, I'm probably going to do like other safe for work projects as well. I just imagine. Like I don't have any plan, but I figured that's going to be the case. So like I could like kind of segregate them a little bit. I've got my NSFW side, and then I've got my safe for work side. I feel like that's a good thing to do. But yeah, anyway, I've rambled enough. I think this. I don't know how long this video has been. I've honestly got no idea. But yeah. Help me out. Go do all that stuff. I'd appreciate it. See you guys.